What's up, everybody? Welcome to Video Entertainment's video for Arca Kicks 4. You heard that right. 4. I did the self-titled. I did Kicks 1, 2, 3. Now we at the 4. We at the 4. I really enjoyed Kicks 3. If you have not checked out that video, please check it out. I had so much fun with that album. It was so much fun. A lot of y'all saying this one is weird, a little bit alien. I'm all for it, man. Arca knows how to provide good chaos, so I'm here for it. Before we get to the reaction, give this video a like, subscribe to the channel, and also make sure to put the notification bell on. Got some comments saying how they didn't know I uploaded Kicks 3, and maybe that's been the case with the other Kicks series, and maybe even other videos. I have been uploading, so just keep an eye on the channel, but maybe that bell will help out. But yeah, just had to say that because I have been uploading. Right, we're gonna start with the first track, Horror Song. Okay.
Time and time again.
I'm excited, man. I'm excited.
And out for God wounded.
I was definitely right about like that alien type of sound or aesthetic.
Harboring faith still. After all those years.
I'm so excited.
Now there was no need to look back. Everything she had was right there inside of her. A bloodlust for beauty.
That was Horror Song. Hold up. Just hear me out. Just hear me out. Bloodlust for beauty, right? And also her saying time again. So there's a repetition. It's a cycle. Keeps happening, right? Bloodlust was like she really wants to find this beauty, right? To be beautiful. But realizing she says everything she had was right there inside of her. So she realized everything that she needed for beauty is inside of her. This is off the first track, yo. This is why I always say Arca's a genius. I say it for a reason. I have a master's in English, so my word must count for something. The cover art is like her being built. I'm looking at it right now. It's her being built, right? Like scaffolding, her being built, and bodies on the floor. So it's like maybe, just maybe, and also a gun. There's a gun, I think. I think she's posing. Maybe, just maybe, it's like her maybe building herself to try to find this beauty, whether inside of her or just the exterior, just trying to find, or building herself up to be beautiful. And maybe those bodies is what she used to define beauty on the outside, back in her past, because she says she came back wounded, blooded, harboring faith still after all those years that she faced it. There's no need to look back. So all those bodies that you see in the cover, maybe that's her in the past, or maybe how she felt, the beauty that she thought she had back in the past, or insecurities that she may have had. And now she's realizing that the beauty is really inside of her, and it's that confidence. It's that confidence that she needs to have. And that's true beauty. And that's her building herself up with all the scaffolding. Maybe I'm reaching right now, because I'm only in the first track, so I'm just looking at the cover. Next track we have is Esuna featuring Oliver Coates. Okay, I get what y'all saying, that this feels more alien. Okay, but this is like what I've sort of been saying, like being true to yourself, finding beauty within yourself, that confidence. Oh my god, wow. Bring that in. Was that the saxophone? That's good. That violin almost sounds like anxiety. Within that anxiety and all that, you'll find beauty within yourself. And notice how the horns and all that overpower the violin. So they overpower that anxiety and that eerie feeling that you have inside yourself. So you'll get it here and there, but even with being confident, you may find a little bit of anxiety, but still, like, you're still gonna love yourself and find that beauty within. I'm telling you, Arca be telling stories. It's this peace right now, it's serenity. The horn, something triumphant. Yeah, man. Esuna. Esuna que? What are you? right? What are you? I think I said what I needed to say during the track as I was speaking, because I sort of got like the gist of it. And like I said before in previous videos, Arca tells a story within her production. Most of the time she doesn't need lyrics. Her production tells the story. She's a storyteller. I don't know if I said this before in a video, but the producer, he said it before, how he constructs his production like if they were movies, like it was like a cinematic. I think for Freddie Gibbs, Skinny Suge, he said like he tried to give like that feeling like it's dusk and this cinematic feel to it. And I think Arca does the same thing here. Not the time of day, but putting a setting and just telling a story within the production. The horns are really great. I don't know if that was Oliver, but the horns are really great. Dope. Our next track we have is Xenomorphgirl. Yeah, man, this one's nice. This one's nice. This is the change right now. The transition, there's the change. But again, to beauty, I mean something that's more beautiful. You hear like the melodies and how like big and grand it is. So this is probably the change from something beautiful to something more beautiful. Dope. Yeah. Almost something heavenly. Oh my God. I'm good at this, bro. I'm dead ass good at this. Y'all on the right channel for real. Give this video a like, yo. Subscribe. This is nice, man. Oh, this is like a festival type of feel right now. Right, that was Xenomorphgirl. Yeah, my favorite track so far. Very pretty, very pretty. I said it before. Usually Arca has like one very pretty track in her albums or projects, at least from what I listened to with the self-title and now. And with the last album, it was at the end of the track. Here is at the beginning, like the others. And like I said, it felt something like very pretty in the beginning, and then like it was weird. But I think that's the transition. Maybe the transition of herself, and then feeling more beautiful after she transitioned. You know what I mean? And feeling like that heavenly feel. Yeah, man, great track, great track. Right, next track we have is Queer featuring Planning to Rock. Completely forgot about vocals. Alright, that was Queer featuring Planning to Rock. Again, another very pretty production, also very triumphant as well. I think the lyrics are very self-explanatory. Just that empowerment in their identity and how they feel. Like I said with the last track, Xenomorphgirl, where it's about like, I think in my interpretation of her production, it's about her transition, how she feels more beautiful after her transition and embracing who she is, you know what I mean? And that theme just continues here, you know what I mean? From like the hate, trauma that they've been through and just being who they are, you know, turning that trauma something that could be sad, which it is, and just bringing more power or turning that into power, you know what I mean? Almost like a phoenix, you know, rising from the ashes, if that makes sense. Yeah, man, this world is evil, bro. This world is evil. At the end of the day, people is people, man. People is people. Like, it's that simple, you know what I mean? It's that simple. People is people. People be hating, people like be discriminatory, people be everything, racist, prejudice, homophobic, just all that. And at the end of the day, just like, that's dumb. That's it. Like, people is people. Just treat people like people. It's that simple, man. It's that, for me, it's that simple. People have this superiority complex of feeling better about themselves and all that shit. It sucks, man. It just sucks. But, you know, we got people like Arca just bringing more voice to that, you know. All right, next track we have is Witch featuring No Brawl. That's how I like them. I'm fucking with you. I'm teasing. I'm joking. I'm not, though. Let me shut up.
This witch is so seductive, elective, and protective. This witch is so seductive, elective, and protective.
It's almost like a mantra.
Fucking machine, merging multiple monsters. Fucking machine, fucking machine. They're asking, what have you seen?
It's like an echo, wow. All right, that was Witch featuring No Brawl. Okay, I'm understanding. I don't think I'm understanding. I know it. Again, pretty self-explanatory. How they make you objects, more ludicrous words. Then saying fucking machine, merging multiple monsters. I assume they're talking about women, right? And how women are objectified. As like I said in the last track, people is people. Treat people like people. People are people, man. Easy respect. Yeah, with the patriarchal society that we're in, it's like objectifying women. It's just objects and not giving a voice, if that makes sense, or hearing their voice. And with objectifying, that's what they're saying, fucking machine merging multiple monsters. But maybe feminism or just women in general, if they speak out about, hey, stop mistreating us this way, misogyny or sexism, stop that. If a whole entire group or whatever is coming at, you know, once, they could be seen as monsters, if that makes sense, from the eyes of the patriarchy. And maybe you know, during the Salem witch trials and all that, the witch is so seductive, elective, and protective. It was so easy. Well, for men, if you was about to get divorced, or you don't like what this woman has to say or has done, whatever the case may be, all you gotta say, yo, she's a witch. And there's no trial. It's just hanging up on a stick or having her drown, all that type of stuff, because they believed it and they fell for it, and they killed innocent women, a lot of innocent women. It could be a woman just like, oh, she's reading, kill them, or just any type of thing to just seem empowered. So being so seductive, elective, protective, them expressing their sexuality, elective, showing that they have choice, that it's not just, I'm gonna do everything that the man says, like, yo, I have a voice too. And them wanting to voice that, and being protective of themselves, of their body, and their ideas and their beliefs. With these qualities, they're seen as a witch or someone, or I guess being objectified, something to silence. You know what I mean? Continue on with the empowerment of women. If that makes sense, throughout this album. All right, next track we have is Hija, so daughter. That's some guitars that I'm hearing. And barely sounds like it's plugged in. Like she missed a string or something. But on purpose, of course, intentional. Almost like a cry out for help. If you think about how she's singing like that way, that's what I think is like crying out for help. This is a story being told, man. This is a story being told. Maybe it's her becoming an adult. That was Hija, and that was interesting. Like I said, I think this is also a cry for help, this track, just because the way she was singing that. Voice cracking, singing at like the highest pitch imaginable, and also the strain of her voice. You know, that's what I'm saying. It sounds like she's crying out for help. And the lyrics, yo te siento en mí, I feel you inside. No me dejes nunca, never leave me. Ya no puedo más sin ti. I can't do this without you. Or I can't do this without you. Yo cuando when. Yo ya no puedo. I just can't. So where are you? Where are you? Maybe feeling like a kid. Maybe this has to do with like the beginning of the track, where she had to find that beauty within inside of her. Maybe she's talking about inside of her here, where she's feeling like a kid and she feels like she needs help and she's crying out for help. And by help it could be like to her conscious self, like needing her to be confident, you know, and assured of herself. And it's her in the interior, in the inside, just not feeling that, you know what I mean, and crying out for that help. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's literally like her going back when she was a kid and how she felt as a kid with the track, what was it, Queer, the track Queer, talking about all that trauma. Maybe here she's talking about that trauma as a kid, not feeling like the gender identity that she was born in, you know what I mean, feeling something else inside, and that something else inside is crying out for help, like this isn't you, like this is the real you, being a woman, if that makes sense. This track is layered. It could be interpreted in different ways, but that's what I'm thinking. I don't know, y'all let me know. Y'all gonna let me know down in the comments. I know that for sure, because this one thing I like about Arca and her albums, like it encouraged conversation. You know what I mean? You could have a discussion about her work and how you interpret it. You know what I mean? That's what I like about Arca and her work. And a lot of pop music that y'all been putting me on to, and a lot of art pop that y'all been putting me on to, encourage conversations, you know? Right. Next track we have is Boquifloja. So let's see. I'm liking these guitars, man. So who's the one that's gossiping? The people around her, maybe? I don't know. This track is also 5 minutes long. They didn't beat that. Tell me if you dream. Tell me if you dream. You know what, I feel like this part is like lost in translation, because Boquifloja means someone who gossip, right? So just saying like lies and also deceiving, like it's static in the communication because it's not true. Maybe that's what it is as well. That was Boquifloja. That was a nice track. That was a nice track. Wondering what it means, man. Not Boquifloja, I know what that is. But the meaning of the track. That's my guess. Just the gossip and how that's lies and just deceiving people and distorting the truth through these gossips, distorting the truth. And maybe that distortion of the truth is about Arca. Maybe it's her when she was in middle school or high school, you know, her growing up and people are saying things that are not true. Or maybe it's her in her being a star, a musician, and people are saying things that's not true about her, and her gaining fame. Just people saying that, you know what I mean? Maybe that's what it is. But I really like the guitar. That was a nice switch up. That was a nice switch up. Right, next track we have is Alien Inside featuring Shirley Mansion.
A soft memory turning away from starlight cell. The first time you recognize the alien inside.
The Alien Inside.
In the face of abject misery.
In the face of abject mystery. Okay. That's what I'm thinking about when especially with the track Hija. As she truly feels inside and being trans. A mutant faith. I know she has a project called Mutant.
Perhaps nothing but a chance construct. Your vanity, or your sanctuary. Your vanity, or your sanctuary.
All right, that was Alien Inside. Again, I think maybe this is the conflict her being young. I think Hija is her being young now. I think that's what it is. I think throughout the story is Hija, her being young, Arca, I'm talking about, and how she truly feels about herself and her identity inside. Boquifloja, like I said, is like that middle school, high school phase where everybody's gossiping, talking shit, just saying lies and all that to bring Arca down. And maybe through this obsession, trying to be beautiful or just trying to fit in, is not good for her. That's why in this track with Alien Side, I'm assuming it's about being trans or just having that different feeling, like I don't feel like how I should feel or how everybody else feels about themselves, where I don't feel like this gender that I was born in. This is not how I feel, right? The first time you recognize the alien side, something that's foreign, like it doesn't match with my body, if that makes sense. So maybe with this track, first of all, calling her a star, right? Like you're more than just your body, you're a star. Star is made up of all the gas and all this energy. You know, it's more than where it's more than this dimension that we live in. Saying it's your vanity, a construct, vanity construct, something that humans make up, or these social constructs, these labels, hierarchy that humans or our society we make up. Is your vanity or your sanctuary? Which one is it? Are you gonna focus on your looks? If you do, they say in the end, vanity brings insanity. That or sanctuary, just be true to yourself and loving yourself and understanding who you are, you know, and embracing that. And within that, you'll find true beauty because you truly be confident in yourself and you truly love yourself. And with that, that's how you feel beautiful because you truly embrace who you are. You know what I mean? And like in the coming of age type of thing, that's very, very important with coming of age in your formative years. So perhaps that's what this track is talking about. That's what I'm thinking. It's just a different story of her being young, us getting that. Also like the track where it's just like there's a suspense of something building up, just about something beautiful building up. It's a very powerful message. Right, next track we have is Alter. Whoa. The way it fades out is crazy. I can't hear the lyrics, so I gotta read it. And I don't know where she's at right now. Like the instruments almost sound like an organ, like if they were at church. Right, that was Alter. This is interesting. I think this track is a conflict in religion. Okay. I read the lyrics again, and I think I understand. I think this track is about her loss of religion, being young, and also being Latina, right, in Latin culture. Catholicism and Christianity is really opposed on us, especially with the Spaniards colonizing and all that. Knowing that the religion would hate trans and hate gay people, queer people in general. They're not children of God. They won't go to heaven and all that. I think this track is about that. Because she says, after all, you still lost me. Right? So I don't belong to your church anymore. I fell out of the church as well after learning more. It could also be about love as well. Sometimes I feel like I reach too much, you know? So maybe it could be something as simple as love. Maybe someone wanted to propose to them, probably got cold feet, or after a while decided not to marry them, or marry Arca in this case. Maybe some turmoil happened in the relationship. It could be something simple as that too. Yeah, let me know down in the comments. I'm all up for a discussion. Our next track we have is Lost Woman Found. Okay. All right, that was Lost Woman Found. I think my intuition interpretation of the last track was true. It's her finding who she really is inside and embracing that. She's walking, she's lost. It feels like a road, so it feels like she's heading somewhere. There's a destination. With this okay. With this journey, she's finding out who she is. She's learning more about herself because this is a journey. It's not about the destination. It's a journey. And although within the journey, you may feel lost and not know where you're going somewhere because you're learning more about yourself, right? And that's what we had throughout this album. It's this journey. It feels like the road, but it's the first time I feel the sun's warmth on my skin because it's my own now. It's my own now. I'm embracing who I am. I'm loving myself who I am. As she realized who she is, after her transition, and she's embracing that. She's loving that, Lost woman found. She learned who she is and found out who she truly is inside. That's why she talked about the mutant or the alien inside. That's what it is. It all comes together. Like I said, her production tells a story. She's a storyteller. She tells the story through her production. Here, the lyrics definitely help out, but it's a theme that constantly ties in together as she learns more about herself. This album is a journey. It's a coming of age story. I know she has the project with the alien or mutant, something like that. I know she has those projects and they came out before her self-titled. I haven't listened to them yet, but I understand that could also be a reference to those projects as well. Right, last track we have is Paul. Whoa.
Come here, be my dog. Come here and let me touch. And I can give you hugs when you want. When you want, I want to.
These violins is like a symphony. All right, that was the last track, Paul. I think with this track, it's about dominance and just reclaim of power. Because before, especially with tracks like, which one was it? I think it was Witch. Being called a witch, being objectified, women being objectified, men having saying over their bodies. And now here in Paul is like having that power back. Just asserting power and saying we could be dominant too, or we can have dominance. That's what I get. Maybe it's a femdom thing as well. Sometimes you see videos of there's dudes having girls on their knees and walking them like dogs, put them in cages. Maybe it's like reversal here and it's her doing that for guys. I don't know. Yo, we don't kink shame here. Do what the fuck you want to do. Do what you want to do. As long as everything's consensual, nobody's getting hurt. Like, you know what I mean? Do you, boo-boo. Do you. But yeah, that was the last track for Kick 4. And I think with this track as well, with Paul, just like last track, y'all was saying Kick 5 is more like classical. So we got a little taste of that with this track here to transition to Kick 5. So maybe that's what that is, a little taste of that. But this was Kick 4. Great story, great coming of age story. Arca telling her story. I think of her growing up and dealing with her identity and who she is, and how she reclaimed herself and her transition as well. I think with Horse Song, the first track, it definitely foreshadows or even just set the premise of this whole entire album, just finding that beauty within inside, finding that beauty within inside in the first verse. And I think the second verse is talking about that bloodlust for vanity, that bloodlust for beauty. And a little bit throughout this album, it's her trying to find that beauty, but also, like in the first verse of Horse Song, I'm going off by memory. The first verse of Horse Song is like that beauty was really inside. I think it was the first verse, or maybe the second. I don't know. It's in that track, that beauty was really inside of her. But throughout this whole entire album, it's just like that struggle or just that search, that journey of finding who she really is, embracing that, and that's where the true beauty is. I think that's why in the cover, like I said, even in the first track, I freaking knew, I swear, man. Yeah, in the right channel. Those scaffoldings and all that is her building herself up, building who she is. And her being that giant is her asserting her dominance. Her having that pose is her modeling or showcasing her confidence. You know what I mean? Because now she finds that beauty within inside herself, and knowing who she truly is and knowing her true identity. You know what I mean? I think that's what this album is about. Self-expression, finding your identity, finding who you truly are, and embracing that and having confidence in that and loving yourself for it. You know what I mean? That was Kick 4, man. What an album. Let me know your thoughts on this album down in the comments below. I'm always up for a discussion. Let me know how y'all interpret this album. Do y'all agree with some of the sentiments that I said? Did I get like the general area idea of what this album is about? Is it about something else, something that's different? Maybe I was going too deep or I was reaching too much in this album. Let me know that down in the comments below. I'm always up for a discussion, so just comment it and I'll respond. Right down there, give this video a like, subscribe to the channel, click that notification bell because I don't want y'all to start missing some of these videos. So if you had to click it. And thank you all for watching. Muchas bendiciones and peace.